As of today, I probably have about 3 to 4 entries that I haven't posted, but we're getting there, slowly but surely. Today's entry is going to be on the screen, and we're going to talk about retrograde, because if you are feeling like how I'm feeling, if you feel what I feel, you know that I'm real. Okay, song break. But if you're feeling how I feel, like there's a million other Virgos out there, I'm probably feeling the way right now, but retrograde is doing what it's supposed to. It is cleansing, purging, and this is just a reminder to show yourself a little love. So if you're watching, I'm showing you love. Let me not put it up that way. I'm showing you love. I'm sending you love, and what I'll be speaking or spitting is exactly what I need to hear right now. So let's just tap in, tune in together, shall we? I have some stuff on my phone to kind of keep me in the loop from going too crazy with words, because being ruled by the planet of communication is not, it's like great. It's a blessing and a curse. With everything, there's yin and yang. I say this all the time, but it's like I can be great with my words when I want to be, and then other times when I'm trying so hard, it's like, I'm trying to communicate, but it's challenging. And I would say, personally, I don't know about you, but retrograde is definitely a reminder of being patient, listening, observing, and those are challenging. It's about rest, replenish, reconciliation, and it's like, as someone who has energy, I don't always have like high energy, but as someone who has energy and likes to do things, it's a timeout for me. It's literally like it's like everyday life is recess for me, and then it's like no timeout. But it's like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this timeout, this punishment? But it's necessary. It's necessary to step into a new era, new cycle, and to really weed out what's not supposed to be there, or what's not supposed to be there right now. Because timing really is everything. Maybe there is something or someone or whatever, a plan that you are trying to reach right now, and retrograde came in and like, maybe let's put a pause on that. And you think that the pause is a no, is it's not going to happen. That's not true. That's not true. Maybe it's not right now. Or maybe you have other stuff, you have to shift your focus. You have other stuff to focus on before you can get back to that thing, that plan, that person, whatever it is. But it's a reminder that delay is not denial. So whatever you are waiting for, you're going to get your answer. Whether or not the answer may be internal, it might be something external. It could be tomorrow, it could be next month, it could be next year. You're going to get your answer. You're going to get your answer. You're going to get your closure. You're going to get your clarity. Anything that you feel like you don't have right now, it's going to come to you. This is that reminder. It's going to come to you. Just that patience. Oof. Sitting in the silence, or when you feel like things aren't moving or going your way, really embracing the change is the challenge that life poses. Oh my God. My book. This just touched upon what I was reading yesterday. I'm going to read you a sentence. I'm not Buddhist or anything, but I do like some of the facets that they teach, that the religion teaches. And you don't have to be spiritual or anything to listen to this. This is pretty like straight and plain, but the basis of all human suffering is due to desire and attachment, and human history has merely proven the truth of this teaching. Desire and attachment. If retrograde is doing anything right now, it is probably ripping apart things. In some people's eyes, ripping apart things, or providing separation space for clarity, for you to really re-up. Because we're almost in Q4, right? If not already in Q4. We're almost in Q4, and people want to finish out the year strong. Some people haven't even gotten to their plans. Like, this is the space of reflection in this harvest season that we get, because September is literally harvest season. I don't care what nobody says. Harvest season, harvest moon. It's all about reaping what you sowed or have sown, and reflecting on all that you've done. When's the last time you've taken a second to sit down and think about the things that you've done? up until now, because we are almost at the end of the year, and it's crazy to think that the year started so like yesterday. We're almost at the end of the year. When's the last time you took a moment to actually breathe, calm down, and reflect on the things you've done, even if they're small? Even if they're small. Maybe you started making smoothies. You started drinking smoothies instead of soda. Maybe you started to go on a daily walk. Something small. Maybe you're paying your first bill. Like stuff like that. These things you haven't even noticed, but you've changed and grown already. And this is your time to reflect and give yourself some time to just rest. We live in a world that's always moving, constantly doing. And it's like some people overindulge in the rest and all they do is rest. And then there's some people who just are overworking all the time, and we need balance, we need structure. So I feel like sometimes with retrograde, as much as it can feel like what is really going on, it's a reminder like, hey, we got you. Slow down. You need this. Because another excerpt that I don't remember where the page was or if it was from a podcast, but it was basically like the way people learn. People learn through pain, or it was pain or something else. But the main way people learn is through pain. To having to go through hardship is what really helps people learn. Because if not, we're going to feed into our material wants. We're going to feed into what our flesh desires. Hence, desire and attachment being the form, what causes human suffering. There's things that our flesh wants. There's things that we want. We want it to go our way. But like, that's not how life is. You can have that desire, match it with your intention, and move forward. But once you attach your desire to a specific outcome, it starts to get hazy. And then when it doesn't go your way and you feel like retrograde is kicking your behind, maybe it's because you tried to take the wheel and you're not letting whoever you believe in take the wheel. Like, no, you want it this way. No, we feel like this is better for you. This is a better way for you, because this is going to give you less stress, less headache, and you're trying to figure it out by yourself. But like, we're not in this life to figure stuff out by ourselves. Not any hardships we face, nothing by ourselves. That's why there's other people. Because if we were just in this world by ourselves, oh my gosh, I don't know, our minds would drive us insane. Our minds would drive us insane. We would keep craving human connection. So if you are needing something right now, you feel like there's something you're missing, this is your reminder to take a little break, reflect. If you don't journal, that's okay. Sometimes I use my voice notes. Talk into your voice notes. Talk to yourself. Nobody's listening, nobody's watching. I'm talking to myself right now. But I know that people will be watching. So I'm good with it. Either way. But take time for you. And that looks different for everybody. Whether it's a massage, whether it's a bubble bath, sometime, and really take space from social media. This is one avenue of social media, but there's so many things happening right now, conversations that are unnecessarily, being just drawn out of proportion, and just a whole lot of riff-raff. What does that have to do with you? Remind yourself that when you're looking at stuff on social media, shade room, spiritual, whatever, what does it have to do with you? Is it helping you feel better? Is it adding fake drama to your life? Are you just bored? What are you consuming? What are you tapping into? Because that also affects how you're living, what you're doing, your mental, all of that stuff. So what makes you feel better when you feel like you're down? Go outside. Take your time with things. Read the fine print. Read the fine print. Don't rush into anything right now. Just take it easy. It's only like 2-ish weeks, and it will fly by so long as you're focusing your attention in the right way, on the right things, And if there's anything that you want to resolve right now, any conflict, because I feel like retrograde has a thing to conflict and communication. If there's anything that you want to say, you can say it. but don't say it to that person right now. Not right now. Write it out, say it to your friend, record a voice note, do everything you can to expel that energy. So by the time, if you can have a conversation, then your words are collected. You know what you're going to say. You're not in the energy that you were, which could have been a lot, overwhelming. It could be anger, frustration, doubt. It could be a lot, but when you really take time to like sift through and work through the emotion, by the time you're able to articulate your thoughts, you're in a much better place, and you just feel better about how you feel, regardless of whether you have a conversation or not. Because it's really about how you feel, whether you feel like you've been heard. And there's ways to be heard without actually being heard. That is one thing that I'll say is a challenge being a human, is like wanting to be heard or feel seen and not. So we got to find ways to do it for ourselves. Find people who can help, maybe be those people for us, but if we don't, we got to find ways to make ourselves feel heard. So go outside, take your time at the grocery store today. What you gotta rush for? Buy that fruit you haven't seen in the last 2 months. Like, it's okay right now. Because everybody is definitely going through stuff. I'd be like, and is it just me? No. Just head over to Twitter. Just look at the shade room. No, there's a lot going on right now. So please, please, please take care of yourself. Take some time to rest. It is getting a little chillier. Maybe watch a movie, have a friend over. But remember that how you feel right now is temporary. And listen to some good music. I have some that I can share. Some music that puts you in a better mental space, that doesn't allow you to fixate on whatever you're possibly fixating on that you want to be resolved. But listen to things that are going to get you working through that energy versus sitting with that same energy and allowing it to like take over you, because you got stuff to do. You got stuff to do. But I'm glad that we shared this time together, and I really like how this video turned out. So I didn't say necessarily the bullet points I wanted to say, but I feel like what came out had to be said, and it did. So I will see y'all in the next entry. I hope this brought you some sort of fulfillment. Peace and love. I'll see y'all later.